This is Iris Lloyd, president of Cupe, New Brunswick, and you are listening to Cupe Talks in the Maritimes with Nick and Chris.
Do you have any takeaways that you're going to be taking from the courses that you've learned so far?
Yes. So I've done a lot of the single day training courses through Cupe already. And one of the most valuable things is speaking and discussing events and experiences with the other participants.
And I would love to see more members get involved with anything, whether it's start out on a small committee. We want to see,
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned here this week?
It's a great learning experience, and as long as I've been around and involved, I'm still learning.
I am Nicholas London, co-host of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
I'm Chris Watson, president of the New Brunswick Federation of Labor and co-host of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
Hi, my name is Brian Watson, former president of Cupe, New Brunswick, and now the producer of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes and across Canada.
Wes Wills, Local 380 Vice President.
Hey, this is Justin Spooner, Region DVP and First Vice President of Cupe 1253.
I'm Shelby Dodge, President of Local 3226.
Karen Tier, President of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Unions.
I'm Jamie Agnew, and I'm the President of Cupe Local 963, representing New Brunswick Liquor Store, retail, and warehouse workers.
I'm Sherry Hillier, President of Cupe Newfoundland and Labrador, and General Vice President for the Atlantic Maritimes.
I'm Cheryl Ann Keown, and I'm the Healthcare Council President, PEI, and I also sit on Local 805.
Quay, hello. This is Kathy Johnson, President of Cupe 5446.
Hi, my name is Dorinda Smith. I'm from Local 813.
I'm Teresa McAllister, Provincial President of Cupe 2745 Educational Support Staff.
Bonjour, ici Alain Soucy, membre du SCFP, Syndicat canadien de la fonction publique.
Hey everyone, this is Candace Rennick, Cupe's National Secretary Treasurer, and you're listening to Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
Hey, this is Mark Hancock, Cupe National President, and you're listening to Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
And welcome to another edition of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes. I am Nick, joined alongside my two co-hosts tonight, live from St. John, New Brunswick.
Sorry.
Let me finish this. Oh yeah, I see it there. The New Brunswick Federation of Labor President, Chris Watson, and the newly elected Vice President of Cupe 380, bus drivers, custodians, and tradesmen, Wesley Wills. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Nick. Thanks for being able to jump on. We know you're in another province right now as well. So, lots to talk about. I say lots to talk about, but really, like we said, people are busy doing their things Christmas time. So this is kind of like a Seinfeld episode where we're just going to talk about stuff.
100% we are. And I can tell you that Christmas is definitely happening here in Nova Scotia because the streets are packed. It is crazy out there, not to mention the cold and the snow, which I'm not very fond of.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We are in the Maritimes. Wes, I know you like the snow.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
no,
that's right.
I used to. I don't anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
You're the newly re-elected Vice President of Cupe 380. And I feel like I need to start it off with that because I know that you were optimistic. You were certainly feeling good heading into elections, and you've done such a fabulous job. I can say that as someone who works alongside you. I know the work you put in. How happy are you to be reelected? To know you're going to be the vice president for another 2 years?
I'm very, very happy, brother. I've been, like I said, this is my third year, starting the fourth year as vice president, and looking really forward to it because we're coming into a new year, new challenges. New years are a new beginning, so we're hoping for good things, big things within our local, all positive. I really have to say I kind of got involved quite a few years back, right around the time of the strike. And this guy right here got me involved, asked me to be a picket captain. And that was a really great experience. Kind of got me into it a little bit and started attending a lot of meetings. And here we are 3 years later, looking for a couple more, looking forward to working with our members and, just every day is a new day. So we're looking forward to new challenges. And I just find it a real great privilege to be the vice president of Local 380, because we're all a product of 380 in one word or another. We've had family members who have been members in the past, Nick, Chris, myself. So looking forward to the new year, brother. Thank you.
One thing I take away from that was I asked him to do that, and then I've asked you to do stuff too, and look where you are now. So what I'm taking from this is when Chris asks you to do something, just say yes, because it's going to be a great outcome.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. We'll give him that. We'll give him that.
And it's funny because Wes is talking about that, and I'm looking through my Facebook memories, and one of the things that popped up today was 2 years ago, we were all up at the East Point Shopping Center here in St. John, and we were fighting about repealing Bill 17, which, as we know, was an attack on the pensions. So it was around that time, when we're doing all these different things and gearing up towards what ultimately, put us on the picket line.
Yeah. Bill 17. That was. I'm just trying to.
It's well said, because, when you look at it now, it's the thing of the past now,
Right.
And that makes us feel good, because we were able to show that there is strength in numbers. And when you get out and you fight for the things that need to be fought for, we showed that we can bring them down. And all it's going to take is a little hard work and not to be scared of a challenge. That's what we did. We did that as members, and we stood up, and we should be damn proud of that. And I know I am.
Yeah, no, me too. And one of the things like it was showing about, with the pictures that we had posted about that up at that East Point was, doing the petitions, and the amount of members that came out then was absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe the amount of signatures that we were able to gain that day. So, members, when we get together like that, and you come out in droves, that's how you make change, is by getting active and getting involved. So when someone asks you, to come and take part in a leafleting campaign, or to, be a guest on a podcast, or whatever the case may be, co-host in Newfoundland, whatever someone asks you to do, there's a reason for it. And, don't be afraid to take that step and say, yes, I'll go and do those sorts of things, because you never know what it might lead to. So again, obviously, like, we all come from the same local, but congrats to you, brother, on your election. And, and a big shout out to those who put their name forward for elections as well, for the people that, sometimes we have contested elections, and it takes a lot to even put your name forward. So my hat's off to those as well who also put their name forward.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. On tonight's show, we are going to talk about the Montreal Massacre Memorial that we were a part of this past weekend. We're going to talk about why is Nick in Halifax, Nova Scotia right now. Online training we're going to talk about. But right off the hop, I think that one of the things that we need to talk about is the New Brunswick Federation of Labor. Chris, what is happening with the Fed right now? What are some plans as we close out 2025 and prepare for 2026?
So at the New Brunswick Fed currently, we are just working on finalizing the dates for that labor steering committee that we've created. So that's going to be very big going into 2026. That's going to be early 2026. And again, we're working closely with our NDP. We're working closely with PSAC and our other affiliates. We're working on expanding. We're growing our membership, working on another file, obviously, for NB Power, keeping that public as a public utility. We're continuing to follow up closely on that because there's public consultations going on, because as we know that they're doing an inquiry right now to NB Power. So we're continuing to push for that. And there's so many things on the go. Every time it seems like you get to work on something else sort of comes up. But there's lots on the go. Just to sit here and I guess and just start listing them off. We have executive council coming up in February, so it's working on president's reports and things like that. But yeah, just continuing to plug away on our resolutions, and like I said, we were able to help some of our affiliates out and have some discussions around organizing and getting the ball rolling there. And I just want to give a special shout out to one of those groups right now, Jump Plus, as we know, with UFCW 1288P, one of the newly created locals under their organization, is one of the ones that we were working on. They've been in the works now for almost a year to get that group organized, and they're proud to say that there is now a union there. So congratulations and welcome to the labor movement.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. I love that. Wes, do you have any questions or anything you want to talk about when it comes to the Fed?
Not right off the bat. Usually if I have any questions, I have this guy's phone number, so I send him a text or right off the bat. But other than that local, what else is on the horizon for NB Fed?
Well, so I guess one other thing just popped in my head too, just because I just saw it come through in a message here not too long ago, was nailing down date and location for the Women in Leadership Gala, which will be taking place in 2026. So one thing on that, and I just want to put a plug out for that, is when that call comes out for either that award, when we do awards, like I just want to talk awards. So when we do awards at the New Brunswick Fed for the Women in Leadership, Women of the Year. And then we do them for the Owen McLennan Trade Unionist of the Year. There's so many people that are deserving of these types of awards. We would love to see multiple names of submissions, because there's, like I said, there's so many deserving people out there. So when the call comes out for those sorts of things, I encourage everyone, please submit us names. Give the committee some work to do, give them lots to choose from. Because again, there's so many people that are deserving. So that's one of the things that I'll be working closely with our VP of Women's Issues, Christine Hawks, is nailing that down. And again, just working on all the many different resolutions that come forward.
And there's definitely a lot. I mean, I know I was there. I heard a lot of the resolutions, and it's so important that we are able to get those on the table and get those finished. There's no hidden secret about the importance of resolutions and why we want them on the table, why we want to talk about them. And that's the beauty is there was certainly no pushback on it when it came to the Fed. This past, I want to say it was this past end of May, 1st of June. And
Yep.
So we heard it. I was there with Brother Wes, our co-host here on the show. So, to be able to see it and understand it, you definitely understand the severity of it. And hearing you say that you're getting down and you're getting them done, hats off to you and all of your executives and every person that's working to make this happen.
Well, and that's how it works, right? I mean, you go to convention, and when you do the resolutions and stuff, that's what gives you, the drive for what you're going to be doing, right? That's the push. It's like, here's the issues that are addressed at that time, and you go work on them, right? And you try to make those changes in a positive manner in the 2-year time that you have as you're elected. And then you get everything else thrown into the mix in the process. And when we do these things too, it's not just the resolutions and everything that we work on. As you know, we do multiple coalition work too. So we have coming up here in January, we have the New Brunswick Literacy Coalition AGM. We have the Common Front for Social Justice AGM coming up. We have NDP provincial council meetings coming up. As you know, the Federation of Labor is a partisan organization. When partisan means that we openly support and we register as a third party to openly support the NDP. So myself, I also sit on the NDP executive as a VP representing labor. So there's just a huge array of organizations that we also do work on. And you've heard me talk multiple times on here about the MB Health Coalition and things like that. I know Brother Wes has come out and helped us out with the MB Health Coalition stuff. And Nick, the same thing, you've done it as well. So, just when you think, like I said, you sit down and you say, okay, I'm going to work on this. All of a sudden it's like, oh, no, you're not, because this has happened, or, you've got to be here and be there. So there's lots of moving parts within the labor movement, that's for sure. And we're going to start working closely too. With the newly elected president over there in Nova Scotia, Melissa. We had talked about, the importance of working together as Fed presidents, obviously here in the Maritimes, but the Atlantic area and across Canada as well on whatever issues, as they come up. Because, stronger together, as we say.
Love it. Why don't we take a quick break? We'll plug some sponsors. When we come back, we'll talk about why I am in this beautiful hotel room and what is going on in Halifax. We'll find out what's making all this noise.
At Higgins Insurance, we understand that protecting what matters most, your family, your home, your livelihood, is not just a policy, it's a promise. As a trusted provider serving Atlantic Canadians for over 25 years, we're proud to offer personalized coverage tailored to your unique needs, whether it's auto, home, or life insurance. Our team is committed to transparency, reliability, and exceptional service, ensuring peace of mind through every stage of life. Let Higgins Insurance be your partner in protection. Because when it comes to your future, you deserve nothing less than confidence. The official insurance of Cupe Talk. Attention vehicle owners? Tired of juggling tire issues and car maintenance? Meet Discount Tire and Automotive, your one-stop solution for comprehensive tire and automotive services. From top brand tire sales to expert installations and repairs, we've got your wheels covered. Our experienced technicians handle oil changes, brake repairs, and alignments, ensuring your car is road ready. Desire a smoother, safer drive? Discover competitive pricing paired with exceptional customer service. Don't wait. Schedule your appointment with Discount Tire and Automotive today. Drive with confidence, knowing your vehicle's in expert hands. Come in and see the team, and remember, Discount Tire and Automotive is an official sponsor of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
And we are back here on Cupe Talk in the Maritimes. I am Nick, joined alongside Chris Watson and Wes Wills. Guys, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having us back. You see that new commercial in there?
Which one?
The new sponsor.
I did. Discount Tire?
Discount Tire.
And you,
Great.
my friend, got tires done there.
I did, and thank God we did, because, hey, guess what? Winter came.
Yeah, it usually does. Comes right on time every year.
Right? I was there. I had no jacket on, enjoying the weather. And then, like a week later, Mother Nature went, oh, good, you get your tires on. Time for snow.
Well, just to say, on Wednesday, I reached out to Mike, one of the owners, I think the owner, and I said, Mike, I got to go away on Sunday. I'm in a panic mode. The weather's going to be bad. I need tires. Like, can we do that? He said, say no more. I'll see you Friday morning. And right in, tires on, right out. Nothing but the best things to say. I would encourage anyone in that area to definitely look up Discount Tire and Automotive, because you're going to get great service. And while you're at it, tell them we sent you, preferably me. Don't give too much.
Excellent service.
Yeah, they are. I've heard good things about them.
And I'm not just saying that because, they're a sponsor. I'm saying it honestly because it is great service. And that's why we chose the to reach out to them, to see if they would sponsor us here in the show, because we promote great businesses, local businesses like Higgins Insurance.
Oh, Higgins Insurance.
Again,
Let's talk about them for a second.
you know what? We always joke around and we say, about, our brother Bob Keys being everywhere. And, I was just in Prince Edward Island, as and there was Bob Keys at that convention. I've been at, was at the Nova Scotia Fed convention. There was Bob Keys. I got a message from brother Justin Spooner from local 823 underneath 1253. And he was in the St. John area here on the weekend with his kids doing a hockey tournament. And he sends me a picture and he says, "Hey, look where the referee is, Bob Keys."
I love it.
So, brother Bob is just about everywhere. And, as I'm sure you've seen it here in the St. John area with his car Jude, that it's a staple here in the area. So it, it just absolutely, you see Bob everywhere.
Bob's great. He really is. I mean that. I laughed when I arrived here in Halifax. I looked around like waiting for someone to say, "What are you doing?" I was going to say I was looking around for Bob Keys. You almost assume at every function you go to, Bob's going to arrive.
Right.
He's very good.
You know what I'm going to do, Nick? Because this is live and you can't predict live content, my phone is about to die, and that's what we're operating on here. So you continue to talk to Brother Wes. I'm going to go plug in.
You think
you know what? I didn't even realize.
You think you would have prepared for that?
Come on. You know what?
Prepare for that.
This is why we call it a Seinfeld type episode.
I'm telling you. Okay. I'll talk to Nick.
Things happen.
Because I haven't seen him in a couple of days, and I'm really anxious to bug him. So
you know what? It's It's live content. It is what it is. Things happen.
You can't beat live. I don't care what anyone says.
Absolutely not.
You need me to move?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Listen.
Because I really want to see you hop over this cord here right now.
Listen. I'm going to leave you two to this while I tend to this technical error on my part.
Okay.
But Nick, tell the viewers why you're in Nova Scotia.
Well, because
I forgot you were going.
I am in Nova Scotia on what we would call facilitator training. A training that has been absolutely, positively some of the best training I've ever received. And the facilitators that are here have been top notch, Wes. I'm not even joking. Unbelievable. The atmosphere in this hotel, in those rooms, is just unreal to be here and be surrounded by some of the most wonderful people you could ever imagine and not have any fear or any anxiety because you're just so comfortable being on the floor, whether you're role playing, whether you're doing activities, whether you're loving the dog, it don't matter. It is absolutely wonderful.
Back.
Hey, man.
You know what? I was listening in the background and I couldn't agree with you more. It is absolutely wonderful. I had the privilege to take that training back in 2018. And I'm sure things have changed a little. As you can see, we got another co-host. That's why we said we got a few of us in here. And again, live TV for everyone watching it.
About a dog being on the screen.
Right?
No way.
By the way, and this is Draco. But no, it's huge. And the cool part is you're there from New Brunswick. And there's other people there, not just from Nova Scotia and from New Brunswick, but there's other regions as well, I believe.
Yes, we have Ontario. We have got St. John. We got Newfoundland, Labrador. We've got Nova Scotia. We have been, and obviously New Brunswick, but it has been such a great atmosphere. You can really feel it when you're down there in the morning, and even when it's time to leave at the end of the day. I overheard someone say earlier about it's only Tuesday, but she actually meant that in oh my goodness, we still have 3 more days. She's liking it. She's taking it in, as am I, but also as are 28 other people. Really, like it has been a remarkable time, role playing and learning these things, man. Nerve wracking, sure it is, but it's nerves in a good way. And when you're able to do that and you're learning bit by bit, like I would encourage anyone, this is where education is so important.
Well, the cool part is normally when you take an education course, you're taking a specific topic and that's what you're going to learn about. You're taking this and you're not learning about necessarily specific topics. You're learning about how to present the content. So it's a totally different, unique style of course that you're taking. It's not, like I said, you're not learning about representing members in front of management. You're not learning about shop stewards. You're not learning about things like that. You're learning how to teach.
Yeah.
Right. So the courses, you aren't taking them, but I understand that you're going to be taking some courses. You signed up for some online courses,
Yes.
but you'll also learn how to teach.
So I was, as you know, Nick, you and I we signed up for courses last week, but you took it. Weather and several incidents with drivers prohibited me from joining. Had a lot of issues and paperwork to deal with that night. So I just signed up there today. Of course, I am taking in the middle of February. It's the anti-harassment and bystander training.
Excellent course.
Used to teach it. And the other one is conflict ready executives at the end of March. Both online. It works well for me. I love these online courses because it allows me to do the course in my own time at minimal cost or local. So it's always good to do that. Looking forward to seeing what's coming up in the new year too. Would like to take a few more courses too, just to get all the education that I can. If I do for the next couple of years to help me prepare better to serve our local better. So,
and you bring up a good point, right? You said about learning how to serve the local better.
Mhm.
That's what Cupe education is all about. It's not meant for you to take and just say, "Okay, I'm smarter." Like that, you put it to use, right? That's how you prepare yourself to be, a good functioning executive member. Like one of the things is like conflict ready executives, right? You're going to know how to take on, what to do in the roles of an executive member while working with management, working with, your membership, when conflict comes up. So when you take these courses, it's not just taking it just to say, hey, I got a certificate, right? It's to better yourself to represent the members, and that's what it is, right? And that's why it's important, when if it's online, great. If it's in person, it's important to attend as well, because that's how we continue to educate ourselves on how to be better executive members. Really, management does it all the time. They continue to take courses, government take courses, so they keep up on education. So we need to make sure that we do the same. And being able to offer it online is just a great tool. Like you said, to be able to save locals money. Especially some of our smaller locals, because they maybe can't afford to pay for the travel costs or the hotels or the meals or whatever the case may be. But offering them online just is another leg up on the labor movement to say that, hey, we're going to do what's necessary in order to educate our members, so that way we're ready to take on the fight, and it just empowers you more too.
It's a couple of hours out of your evening. So I mean, make yourself a cup of coffee, settle in for the course, make sure you take your notes, and it's myself. It's a great way to spend an evening, being able to get education. So I mean,
it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. It's 2025 and things have changed. Things have evolved. Sometimes if you can, it's not always about the money. People think, oh, you go away, you're having fun. I would take these courses free nightly if I could. It has nothing to do with where it's at or what it is. It has to do with me wanting to better me to help you. I want to see you succeed, but in order for me to see you succeed and elevate yourself, I too have to be educated so I can help you make informed decisions to bring you up. Make sure that you understand that what you're doing is right, what you're doing is important. You never want to lead someone down the wrong road, and nobody does that intentionally. It's just when you have the education behind it, you can give a little more of an explanation behind it to why you would do something this way instead of that way. That's where I look at education. Education is the key. It is the one thing that we have in our toolbox to help elevate all members across all of Canada.
Great. So I'm thinking of your course. Two things I struggle with in the course. I mean, I got the hang of them. Don't let me kid you, but two things I struggle with in the course: charting and assigning groups. Honest to God, you would think assigning groups is like a walk in the park. It is like, all right, you forget basic math, you forget everything else. You're like, all right, 3 groups of 4. You're like, all right, man, but those, like, really trying to break up the dynamics, because sometimes, in a classroom setting, you do get different personalities and you get different things, and you get shy people and you get people that are really outspoken, and you want to make sure that everybody gets the most out of the course. So as a facilitator, you pay attention to that stuff. And, having a strong personality and having a quieter personality are 2 great assets, because, somebody might be quieter, but maybe their strength is something else. Somebody might be outspoken, but not good at, not good, but maybe their strength isn't something. So then you put those dynamics together and you've got an unstoppable type team.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that, that I really enjoy, like with the QP education, is just, being able to look at the room and just figure everything out. And I know, Nick, you were talking about quotes, and anybody that receives an email from me as the New Brunswick Federation of Labor president, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it on Brother Bob Key's emails as well in their tag, was a quote by the late Nelson Mandela. And it was, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So that's exactly what it is, right? When you take these courses, right, you're taking the most powerful weapon and you're going to change the world.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the 5 people that we have down there facilitating, that are teaching us, preparing us for this role, have been the utmost amazing and respectful. And just, they have made the room feel so comfortable. And I think that is
I'm not
key.
even talking good about me. No.
Oh,
yeah, you're talking. Go ahead.
It's amazing, and I couldn't be more happy to be down there and learning from them and seeing how the different things that they encourage us to try, or but the positive vibes that they give off and the welcoming feelings that they give, so important for members. I got to say that it's so important. Now, why don't we take a break? When we come back, I want to talk just a little bit about the Montreal Massacre Memorial. Obviously, I think that goes without saying. And I want to talk a little bit about YUFA, which, Chris, if you remember, we talked about this 2 weeks ago on the show. So if it's all the same with you two, we will take a quick break, and we come back, we'll discuss that.
Sounds good to us over here in St. John, New Brunswick. Take it away, Mr. Nova Scotia.
In Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Charred Oak Designs creates custom, personalized gift products with 2 lasers, a CNC, and all the woodworking tools needed to create your perfect gift. From board games, cutting boards for wedding gifts, and everything in between. Got an idea? Give me a shout at info@charredoak.ca. Find me on Facebook under Charred Oak Designs.
Looking for more than just a haircut? Step into Carrick's Barbering and Artwork, where style meets creativity and community pride. Mike Carrick isn't just your friendly neighborhood barber. He's also a talented artist who brings portraits to life, offering both fresh cuts and one-of-a-kind drawings for his customers. With walk-ins always welcome, fair prices, and a warm smile that greets everyone at the door, Mike takes great pride in his profession and goes the extra mile to make sure you leave happy. Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is proud to support our community and proud to support you. Stop by today and experience the perfect blend of craftsmanship and care. Located at 27 Waterloo Street, St. John, NB, Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is an official sponsor of Cupe Talk in the Maritimes.
Where'd Wes go? Did he go get a haircut?
You know what? He saw how good of a job mine was, and he said he had to go get one of his own. I see you got one too.
I did, yeah. Mike takes good care of me. Every month I come in, he cleans me all up. He makes me look a lot better than I actually am, you know. He's really good that way.
No filter needed.
No filter needed. Nice.
Again,
Thanks, bud.
Again, though, another new sponsor. So, you know, on behalf of Cupe Talk here in the Maritimes, you know, we want to give a special shout out to our sponsors. Oh, look, it's back.
Good. Hi, bud. We missed you.
I know.
But really, though, you know, in all seriousness, like without our sponsorships, you know, that's what pays for our equipment and things like that. And, you know, and the program that we use and everything here in order to do these sorts of things. So, you know, a thank you to our sponsors for taking a leap and a little shot in the dark on this little program that we have here. And, you know, we see it increasing every day. So, you know, we're putting the message out there and, you know, about supporting local businesses. And again, Charred Oak, been with us since the beginning. Christmas time, I haven't seen much of the man. He's been out in the shop just pumping the orders out. I know I keep throwing ideas at him. Hey, Dad, how about this? Or how about this? This is a good idea. Can you make me this? So he's extremely busy, you know, just pumping the things out. And, you know, like I said, busy time of year for him all through the year. I mean, not only does he do that sort of stuff too, but he also has anybody that lives in the area here in the Redhead area knows that he also plows driveways with his tractor. So not only is he a local business, I guess, you know, with doing the fine crafts and woodworking and everything, it's also a local business as plow operator, I guess.
Yeah, and it's
Jack of all trades.
It's nice that the neighborhood has somebody here willing to help everybody out.
100%.
I wish
Like
I
Wes, you be helping your neighbors out all
They
the
would have
time,
taken it
too.
home.
Hey, Wes, you bought a recent product from Charred Oak.
I did.
Yeah. What do you think of the product you bought? Could you tell us a little bit?
I love it. It's sitting on my kitchen table right now, and my wife, I showed her the pictures of it, and she's like, "I want the one with the red plaid bows." So, Charred Oak had those done up like really quick, and we love them. It just makes our home a little bit more Christmassy.
I'll have to send you a picture of ours. So one of the things that we just got here was one of the signs made that says, you know, like, and the stockings were hung with the hooks that hang the stockings on. We just had that. And as you saw in last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago, you saw my Malikaliki Maka sign, which, as we know, means.
What was it again? Sorry.
Malikaliki Maka.
It's Hawaii's way
To say Merry Christmas to you.
You didn't know that, did you, Nick?
See, this is why we love live.
Right.
Why?
You didn't, did you?
Watch my initial reaction? Or so the people can see my initial reaction.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Well, the truth is, I just don't know what it means. I mean, I do now, and it's lovely. I'm good with Merry Christmas. I know there's other ways to say it too, but
the reason we're saying this is because you told us at the beginning, before we even went live, that you have never seen Christmas Vacation.
well, I haven't. Way to tell the viewers.
What?
No,
where have you been?
I really haven't
That's
really seen it.
That's like one of the staple Christmas movies.
So I'm going to do a little plug here.
Oh my
So I'm going to say that, Nick, obviously you have to go and watch that movie.
Right.
But while I'm thinking on the topic of movies, we also have an organization called CLEF, which is the Canadian Labour Institute of Film Festivals. So if you're ever looking for any labor type films, you can reach out to them. And Derek Blackadder, I believe, is the person to contact with them. But if your labor organization or local is ever looking to have a movie night where you, like I said, want to show any labor films, they have a wide range of labor films which they will send to you, electronically, and you can stream those and do those, and they run solely off of donations and things as well. So take a look at them, and have a look. We did it at the New Brunswick Fed one year. We did a labor film. So a little shout out to Cliff and all the work that they do.
Oh, that's really cool, man. I love that. Now, I want to go into this next because I would like to save the Montreal Massacre Memorial for the ending of the show, because I do think it's important, and I do want to have a moment of silence for all those that were affected by this. So I'm going to have a moment of silence first, and then we'll talk about it. Those wonderful folks were just really beginning their life, and what happened is absolutely tragic. It is something that it still lives in all of our hearts to this day, something that nobody has ever forgotten, and I couldn't imagine anything else otherwise.
No.
Chris, you were in Moncton, and you're well aware of this, all of this. Why don't you take the lead on some of this?
So I know there was an event here in St. John that you partook in, and like you said, there was one in Moncton. I went to the one in Moncton, and so I'll just give a little bit of back history, because we talk about the Montreal Massacre. Maybe some people don't know what it is, but what the Montreal Massacre was at the École Polytechnique school in Montreal back in December the 6th in 1989. There was a 25-year-old man who entered the engineering school, and he separated the women from the men, and he fatally shot 14 women and injured another 14 more before committing suicide himself. So what December the 6th is a day that we take to remember those women who were fatally shot. But also after that, it was proclaimed by the federal government as the National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women. So it's a day when we recommit, to stand up against that sort of stuff. But it's a day to remember. So as you saw, the 14 women that were killed previously, as we took that moment of silence. But one thing that I did in the Moncton area is what they did is they actually have a memorial, a monument for that, but one of the parks in Riverview. And what we did is we went there, and all the women in the greater Moncton area as well that have tragically lost their lives due to inter-partner violence. We read out those names, and everybody that attends also lays. So we lay down a placard with that person's name on it, and we lay a rose to remember them as well. And this is my second year attending that event, and I'm pretty sure that I noticed maybe another name on there. And they made reference to this up at that memorial, about the increasing number of names since they've been doing the start of this ceremony. So we talk about this being back in 1989. When this whole tragedy took place, but it's still something that continues today, unfortunately. So we need to reaffirm our commitment to push for change, because we got to do better.
I agree 100%. I was here at the UNB Grand Hall up on Charlotte Street in Uptown St. John, and I actually attended that with with the current St. John District Labor Council President, Sean Wetmore, and Susan Caldwell. And, it wasn't easy. That was the first time that I had attended such an event. And, as you're learning about these things, was I aware of it? Yes. Had I ever really known the background behind it? The answer is no. And that's okay that I didn't, because I do now. And hearing about what they went through and, the names as they listed them off, and people went up and put the rose down, and the visual, oh, wow. It really, that was hard. There's no other way to put it. It was hard. It was difficult.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a very sombering type of event. We attend events all the time, and for various reasons. But this one here, obviously, with the amount of tragedy involved with it, it's sad. There's no way to put it. It's sad.
It's very sad.
It is.
Now, brothers, I know we're 2 weeks away from our next episode. However, I'm just going to be straight with everyone right now. 2 weeks from today, not to alarm anybody, but that's the 23rd of December. Okay, so that's very close to Christmas. The plan right now is to roll out an episode that weekend of the 20th and 21st. Will we get to it? We don't know. We don't want to say we're going to do it and not do it. So somewhere along that Christmas vacation from the 22nd to the 2nd of January, we're going to try to roll out some content for you. We don't want to commit to something and then be so busy with family and friends that we don't do it. I'm sure you all understand that, but we don't want to just, not say anything at all and then just not provide you some sort of content. So, Chris, is that fair? Wes?
I think that's fair.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even if I'm going to go out on the limb, but I can almost guarantee you're going to see a special video come out. It's going to be a special holiday message from Cupe Talking the Maritimes.
Indeed.
But no, you're right, and it's very busy. Lots on the go. Doesn't mean that we're going away. We will be back. Because we have our 1 year special going to be coming up.
Yep.
Which we will have to make special. But before we close all of this and out and everything else, I just want to take one more time to talk about some different things, because as we're sitting here talking about all these different things, and national days and stuff like that, there is one more national day that is today, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know this, but it's National Christmas Card Day. So with it being National Christmas Card Day, you might have missed it, but I encourage everyone, to take time to send a Christmas card. We don't do that enough, right? We send our virtual greetings, we send our emails, we do all this stuff, but take time, take a card, drop it in the mailbox, because our brothers and sisters and comrades over at CUPW are working their tails off right now during this holiday season to deliver packages and everything else. So why not get those members to also help deliver your Christmas message to people across different communities? I know I have some that go in the mail. So, utilize that service because it's our service, right?
That's right. I just dropped the stack to my family members in Nova Scotia today. So
I could have brought it up for you.
Well, that's okay. We got good, reliable postal services. Take care of that, brother.
We do.
That's right. We got the.
That's why I dropped them in the mail today.
Well, you're smart. Now, I do, because Chris said that about want to make another announcement. There is one more I want to bring up, brother. One that I think you will not be very happy with. And I'm not even sure how much of that you can see.
We can see it, unfortunately.
You can see it. Okay. So I want to talk a little about this, because I'm going to try not to go on a rant, But the fact that they had a disappointing day of conciliation tells me that 1281 is not being respected. And brother, you know how I feel about that. I'm very open about it. What in God's name are we going to do here? Because I'm getting a little fed up with this.
We're going to do whatever's necessary. That's plain and simple. We'll do whatever's necessary to support members. Anybody that's on the picket line, you be talking to Maritimes, we support them, right? Anybody that takes the step to withdraw services and go on strike is 100% going to get our support.
Right. I mean,
right?
Being there ourselves a few years ago. I mean, just the amount of support we received from everybody was phenomenal.
Right, and we just had these members on our show.
Yes, we did
as well, and did some interviews. So we're a little bit up to date on as to what's going on. Our members got a very in depth listen to what the issues and everything were, and it's sad to see that they had a bad day of conciliation. So we're going to encourage them to keep up the fight. I know the holiday season's coming up, so I'm sure there's stress around there. But again, reach out to us here at Keep Talking the Maritimes. We'll be reaching out to you to see what we can do and see what we can do to assist in ending the strike. And you saw what we did for, excuse me, hiccups. You saw what we did for those over in Prince Edward Island. Thank you. See, he's got my back. So we saw we were able to do over in PEI for Keep Talk here in the Maritimes as far as assisting as much as we can. So we'll be doing the same sort of thing for them.
That's right. You guys will hear from us. We will be reaching out, and we're definitely going to move forward with something else because as we do here on Keep Talking the Maritimes, we are relentless, and we will keep pushing, and we won't stop. Just ask Philip Brown. He'll tell you all about it. We will hit you on every platform known to man. We will come at you. We will make sure that you understand the severity of members, our members, 800,000 strong on any picket line, get them back to work, give them what they deserve, and let's move forward. Stop moving backwards. The government's very good at that.
That's right. And like we were saying before, right, they were talking about the amount of concessions.
Yep.
Like, that was an astronomical amount of concessions. And like we said, QP doesn't bargain concessions. So, take the concessions off the table and let's figure it out.
That's right. Agreed. 100%. Brother, why don't you take us away? I know you like doing that. So take us away.
Well, again, before we leave here, I just want to say thank you to all the members during this holiday season. I know there's some that might be struggling this time of year, and I just want to say that if you are, there's always help out there. There's lots of information. There's numbers to call, so take advantage of that sort of thing. But I'm pretty thankful for all the different work that goes on. I know, from our sector, you think about the bus drivers and stuff right now out there in these, crap conditions, from what we faced here lately, to the custodians having to constantly, mop up all the different things, and our trades workers going through all the different stuff to get the schools going. And I mean, that's just our sector.
Yeah.
I think about 1190 plowing the highways. I think about the hospital sector from cold and flu seasons. There's just so many things to be thankful for. We want to say, on behalf of QP Talk here in the Maritimes, just thanks.
Yes.
And again, Christmas is doing a little something extra for someone. So, let's just keep that in mind. Nick, you got your hand up. I see you got a question.
No, this is just news right now that just came to me from QP.ca about the town of Grand Falls, Windsor terminates QP 1349 president for participating in an election. Are you familiar with this? If not, I will read you what is in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cupe, Newfoundland and Labrador President Sherry Hillier is calling out the town of Grand Falls, Windsor today for terminating a long-standing employee for executing her right as a Canadian taxpayer to participate in a local election. This move follows the local issuing their notice to bargain. Every citizen of Grand Falls, Windsor, has the right to participate in and comment on a local election. Working for the town doesn't suddenly take away that right, said Hillier. It's absolutely shameful that the town would use such an excuse to fire one of their employees and the local union president, and that's just what it is, an excuse. Cupe will fight this termination by filing grievances to arbitration for the unjust termination. I'm going to tell you, if I wasn't pissed off, I am now. That
Not that
is
we want to end the show on a bad note. Yeah, that's.
No, you never want to end the show on a bad note. Let's be clear. But when called upon, and that's what these are, call upons, I see that on Cupe.ca, and now I'm just, that is not good. That is really troublesome. And
Yeah. I mean, are they going to say, you know what I mean? Just because you work for government or whatever, they're going to say you can't vote?
Right.
Everybody's got a voice.
Yeah.
Right?
Last
They're
time I
basically
checked,
stripping away someone's voice. And, that's.
Yeah, you look a little angry too, bud. Last time I checked, anybody who's a tax-paying citizen of this country, of this great country, has the right to vote at elections.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, that right was taken away, and for what? An excuse? Well, no.
No. It's nice to hear, Sherry's remarks on that. And that's one thing I will say, Sister Sherry will go above and beyond and do whatever's necessary because, as we know here in New Brunswick, we have Sister Iris Lloyd, and over in Prince Edward Island, we have Sister Ashley Clark. And I mean, all the presidents for all the divisions, are very strong, and I know will do what's necessary to fight for that member.
Absolutely. I can't even believe that happened. I really can't believe that's a real thing. And the town of Grand Falls, Windsor should be ashamed of themselves that they would terminate somebody who voted at their God-given right election. That is just mind-blowing to me right now. I can't believe what I read.
Yeah, no, I think because this is like hot off the press for us, especially, we'll have to maybe do a little bit deeper dive into it and, keep a look at our platforms, Facebook, things like that, for messages on, maybe it could be a letter, that needs to be sent or whatever the case may be. But as we find out more, we'll make sure to post more content so that our listeners and viewers are also aware of more. But unfortunately, we do have to sign off here tonight. So again, I just want to, just say happy holidays from us here at Cupe Talk in the Maritimes, from our union family to yours. And that's another thing in this happy holiday season is, thank you to the families. Nick, you're down there in Nova Scotia. Your family's up here in St. John. And taking care of what they need to take care of down there because to allow you to be down there. So, and you're here. Sally's holding the fort at home and, keeping the dog company.
Your dog's keeping the company.
But but really though, that's the thing, a big shout out to the families for everyone, that help out to allow us to do these things because, without family support, we can't do what we do. So again, thank you from us here at Cupe Talking the Maritimes to everyone's family for stepping up and allowing us to do what we do.
Yes, I do want to thank my wife very much because over the last couple of years, she's been very supportive of me, uh, looking after my family members who are in care right now. So she allows me to go and get the education and stay involved. And a big thank you to her. And yes, a very happy holidays. And may I say a Merry Christmas to all of our friends and family. Take some time this holiday season. Spend some time with your friends and family.